Hello guys, greetings, good to see you. I hope you are doing well. If you are new to this channel, please subscribe by hitting the red button. I thought to let you know, but this news is actually for people who live in UK. So just to let you know that Home Secretary Mr. Javid, actually he's making it easier for officer to search people without reasonable suspicion in place where serious violence may occur. So we are back in this a new development. We stop and search is back on, because there has been a knife crime increase, more stop and search power for police. So this is actually how UK is trying to fight back crime. So yeah, so the Home Secretary has actually made it now possible for police officers to search people without reasonable suspicion in place where serious violence may occur. So guys, it comes after fatal stabbing rose last year to highest point since record began. So a number of people who have been stabbed in street of United Kingdom is massive. So yeah, but the campaigner said the move was disappointing and regressive, that stop and search is not effective. Well, some people are saying that it's not effective, but what can the government do? So they're trying to find a way to stop this epidemic, this issue we have here in UK. Yeah. Previously this stop and search power has been controversial for many years, with evidence that they are frequently misused, and sometimes they target it on black people disproportionately. So but Mr. Shavid, Home Secretary, was saying police are on the front line in the battle against serious violence, and it is vital we give them the right to do their job. So the right tool that are given the police now in UK is for them to use stop and search. But this stop and search previously, years ago, I could remember that according to what they're saying here from BBC, that it was actually target disproportionately to black people. So I hope that the case will not continue. So I hope it would be different this time around. So Mr. David was saying that the change is being trialed in 7 police force area where more than 60% of knife crime occur. So it's kind of London, West Midland, Merseyside, Liverpool, South Yorkshire, West Yorkshire, South Wales, and Greater Manchester. So they will be trying it independent on if we live within this area. So it's kind of making the law to making it easier for use so-called Section 60 check, where for a limited period of time officer can search anyone in a certain area to prevent violence. So guys, stop and search is back on. So I thought to let you know, under the new rule, inspector will be able to authorize the use of Section 60. Currently, more senior officers have to give approval. There will also be a lower threshold. Police will only need to reasonably believe serious violence may occur, and not that it will. So yeah, Shadow Home Secretary Diana Abbott said that evidence-based stop and search was a very important tool for police. Obviously, we want to be able to eradicate knife crime really in United Kingdom, and a lot of people are victim of this. So it's not really good for people who are being killed every now and then. So it just this power hopefully will help to make a difference really, because the killing is not really something to be welcoming in United Kingdom. So yeah, so Section 60 has been used at large events such as Nottingham Carnival last year, and also violent incidents such as stabbing of a man outside Clapham Common underground station on Friday. Other powers which account for majority of the search will remain the same, will still require officers to have reasonable suspicion of the offense. You see, with 285 days from stabbing, in 2017 and 2018, the most ever recorded in UK, minutes that have come under increasing pressure to tackle knife crime. it's quite a concern, really. A knife crime in the UK, I must tell you, it's a big issue here, really. So it's just people keeping themselves safe and trying to protect our community. Police are doing a massive job here in United Kingdom. It's actually good compared to what is happening in Nigeria. You know, the death toll that's happening at 208 something, whereas in Nigeria people are dying like a piece of people are dying like a chicken. So I don't really know what to say. So I'm glad that this is coming. We actually need to protect our community. Obviously you want your child and your daughter to go to college or go to uni or go to nursery and come back safe. You want your child and daughter to go to park and not worrying that someone will just come out of, you might not see the person again. So just to let you know, guys, that we have this law that is about to come in, again, stop and search, but it has had previously, negative, negative and disproportionate, kind of response and report about it previously, that it was targeted on the black people. But I hope this time around there's more protection and for and the proper ways, proper checks and balances before it will be utilized. But obviously we need to tackle this knife crime epidemic in United Kingdom. So Metropolitan Police Commissioner Cressida Dick said officers in London had increased the use of Section 60 over the past 18 months, following 132 deaths from stabbing in the capital between 2017 and 2018. It's quite alarming, it's quite high, so yeah. So guys, I thought to let you know. She says stop and search is extremely important power for police. It is undoubtedly a part of our increasing results suppressing the level of violence and knife crime. So yeah. So guys, I thought to let you know that this is the new thing, the new law. Police has been given stop and search power in UK. So I hope it will work. Yeah, other people are actually echoing that Chief Executive of Stopwatch with the campaign against excessive use of stop and search said this decision is disappointing and regressive, which is about politics, not saving life. They say it's about politics and not saving life. Removing the need for reasonable suspicion will not only exacerbate the racial disparity, but has the potential to further damage the relationship between black communities and police. So I hope a relationship grow. People from black community and police, the relationship will grow. Obviously, most of the night crime that happen actually is sometimes happen in black community. So, and people don't really want to say much about it. So, yeah. So I hope that it will be really utilized for effective in aspect that is the law is meant to, and not use it for something else. But yeah. So. Some anti-gay knife crime activists in Hounslow, Westlaw said that when stop and search was used in correct manner, there was nothing wrong with it. Absolutely, that's what I'm saying. If when it is used in correct manner, there's nothing wrong with it. This person is saying he grew up in an era in '90 when you almost felt being young and black was enough to stop and search, and I don't want to go back to that environment. So guys, this is a new thing, but sometimes this law is good, but sometimes if it's channeled in the wrong way, it can be it can be demoralizing, really, to to come from ethnic minority. So but hopefully it will be used in a good way and in a strategic manner, and to save life, really, and not to discriminate between the community. A lot of incidents have happened in the poorer part of London. Why don't we do something to raise the aspiration of these young people? That's another thing, because I think we need to find issue collectively, I mean comprehensively. If we need to find crime, we need to also keep these people occupied, providing them job opportunity and providing education, but also providing a decent home, accommodation, stuff like that. So, and keep people entertained, occupied, so that they won't lose mindset or or involved in crime. So these are the things who the government actually need to do more. But I'm saying this living in UK, but also when I check, back home is even worse, because obviously here is, you can actually aspire to be what you want to be in United Kingdom with, keep your head down and cool and focus and determination. You will achieve all you want to achieve. UK is a fair society, so but it's not every society is not perfect, but UK has her own downfall sometimes, but but it's still way better than Nigeria in terms of rule of law, in terms of protection of citizens, in terms of inquest, in terms of looking after citizens' affairs, in terms of providing job opportunities, in terms of providing employment opportunity, in terms of looking after the citizens, in terms of their welfare. So there's massive difference between UK and Nigeria. Obviously, you can check actually the number of people that passed and have died through knife crime, whereas in Nigeria, the killing is unbelievable. This general election that happened recently, a lot of people that passed away apart through violence and aggression around this election is nobody. There's no inquest. No one they're not accountable. The families are not being supported. There's no some of the families have lost their loved ones, their mom, their dad, through political upheaval, through political instability in the country. But government are not actually doing more to help. So guys, I also want to tell you that a new survey actually said that Nigeria is the sixth most miserable country in the whole world. So this is a new report, guys. It's not looking good for Nigeria. Since I can imagine to sixth most miserable country in the whole world, just after Venezuela and few other countries. It's just it's so sad that all this index, every negative index that research or scholars will do, Nigeria will always be in that in that group. You're talking about world poverty index, Nigeria is there. You're talking about most miserable country, Nigeria is there. There's nothing actually these reporters or researchers will do and carry out any negative research why Nigeria will always be there. This is actually, concerning and alarming. Why our country has to be in every negative report or index in the whole world. Why can't our government do more to support our citizens? Why can't our government do more to alleviate poverty? Why can't our government do more to create more awareness? Why can't our government do more to look after his citizens or her citizens? Why can't our government do more to unite us as a people? Why can't our government do more to utilize our natural resources to develop our country so that the whole world will be proud of us? Why every recent published report, this one is from economists from Johns Hopkins University in Baltimore, United States. It listed Nigeria, Venezuela, Iran, Brazil as among the first 10 miserable countries in the world. According to this report, it's saying that Venezuela was listed as the most miserable country in the world. Reacting to this, Venezuela hold the inglorious title of the world miserable in the world in 2018. It did it in 2017, 2016, 2015. So however, Argentina jumped to number 2 spot after yet another peso crisis since its foundation. Argentina has been burdened with numerous economic crises. Most can be laid at the feet of domestic mismanagement and currency problem. It's saying that Iran took third in the ranking before Brazil that made it to the 4th position. Turkey took the 5th position, and then Nigeria, giant of Africa, emerged 6th. This miserable index was calculated using economic index, including unemployment, inflation, bank leading rate. Obviously Nigeria, actually I tell you one thing, I tried my bank the other day, just asking them, let me see how things are in Nigeria. Can I get a loan in Nigeria? They told me, oh, we have actually stopped loan indefinitely, commercial loan indefinitely. I'm thinking, gosh, this bank, I've been banking with them for a longer period of time. They know that I have collateral and everything to back this up, but it happened that they thought, oh no, we're actually not doing that. I'm thinking, I live in United Kingdom with, you know, with all the evidence in terms of, evidence to show that, my employment status and my job or what I does for a living. I'm thinking, what of other people in Nigeria who are looking for collateral or lien, who hasn't got collateral or to anything to show that they're able to, or they have a steady job? How can they lift themselves up from poverty? In civilized country, bank do lend to people, but you need to show evidence that you are employed. In UK here, some places are just only my passport is what I would just need. They will just come in, take a loan. But back home I just say, okay, let me try this and see how. So it's actually very bad. So I just saying that Nigerian unemployment rate was the major contribution factor to its miserable state. You see, you remember our unemployment rate is alarming, and where you have about 80 million unemployed, 80 million people, of 80 million of your citizens unemployed, you must see, are you doing something right? This present government, they should be shamed really. When you are there, you are not providing job, you are there just fighting corruption. But you can't just fighting corruption and leave your shop open. You can actually try to create opportunity and lift your citizens out from this massive poverty index of the world. So yeah, so guys, I thought to let you know that our country is back on as a world poverty, but also rank as a miserable country. This is what economists are saying. So yeah, I wish we would not be belonging to all this reports. Every negative report that is coming out of the whole world, our country will belong to it, which is sad really. So, and if you look at what's happening, well, one minister was just saying that pizza are being shipped from London to Nigeria. Can you imagine? One minister claimed. How can you can't really talk much thing else other than just saying that people are ordering pizza through their phone from London to Nigeria. Who will believe that? People in Nigeria ordering pizza from London and transporting them via British Airways. The country minister, Audu Ogbe, 71-year-old, said, "Do you know, sir, that there are Nigerians who use their cell phone to import pizza from London?" Sometimes this I don't really think it's true really. They buy in London, they bring it in British Airways in the morning to pick at the airport. It is very annoying situation that we have to move a lot faster in cutting down some of these things. Nigerian government was saying, Nigerian government continue to seek way to curb importation of goods, which you can curb importation of goods, but also we need to provide opportunity. You need to support people to be entrepreneurs. This is what I've been echoing on this platform, entrepreneurship. But the other day, our people don't want to work hard. Some of our people want, easily made money. They want rich guys. But you need to start from somewhere. You need to start from agriculture. You need to lend loan to your citizen. You need to allow your citizen to flourish. Create job opportunity. There's so much this government can do. In order to support the country, in order to leave the country or your citizen out from the poverty. It was just saying that importing is damaging importation, exceeding importation, damaging the country economy. Obviously, the minister expressed concern over the importation of higher import rates on local markets and value of Nigerian currency. He was saying that toothpick every year costs Nigeria $18 million. Tomato paste costs Nigeria $40 million. Meanwhile, a basket of tomato is less than 2,000 naira, which is 2,000 naira is less than 4.23 pounds. However, some Nigerians actually have some reservation about it, like kind of skeptical about this. Some social media users have taken to Twitter writing, "British Airways, how come you don't tell us you run pizza delivery service in Nigeria? Is there any app for this?" So it's just taking a mic really, just saying that is this real? So yeah, why you don't tell us you run pizza delivery. Another gentleman was also saying Nigeria now import pizza from London and British Airways will deliver it in the morning. Can you believe it? Confirming delivery to Abuja airport. So he's just saying that, are you able to confirm if they deliver to Abuja as well? So guys, I thought to let you know that this is actually what's happening, that Minister of Agriculture was saying that Nigerians are importing pizza from London, whereas it's something that we can grow locally. So guys, what do you think? It's sad. I think my concern is actually we actually need to start making a difference and let the citizens start creating awareness and let the citizens empower themselves by going into entrepreneurship, investment. There's so much things citizens can do, but it's just like environment, and it's not conducive. The government are not helpful. But if the government are helpful, they should provide citizens with loan into agriculture, farming, fishing. There's so much things people can do even into agriculture. Even take loan from the bank and go into investment. There's also transparency. There's things the Nigerian government can do in terms of providing rule of law and the kind of foreign direct investment, and the foreign direct investors want stability, and knowing that their fund is settled, is secured. They don't want a situation whereby they will invest in the country and for them to get their money will be difficult. So they want all if the companies are able to transparency, show their statement of earning and everything's transparent and genuine. I mean there's vast amount of resources in Nigeria can actually there's first how much resources Nigeria has, and what actually matters is our government harnessing these resources and utilize it effectively for the benefit of the citizen and leave the citizen out from the poverty, and lift the citizen up from being third world country and move citizens up by supporting them into education, entrepreneurship, apprentice. These are the things that people are doing. People are going to plumbing here, mechanic, technical stuff. But also you got some people in UK who are channeling into, IT, information technology, but also, in banking, the thing is every section of this country is developed to the extent that they are very competitive, and in banking in Europe, London is the number one. These are the things, and if it's in Africa, Nigeria actually supposed to, that we're giant of Africa, we're supposed to have something that we actually say, okay, this is actually what we are made of, this is actually what we are as a number one or giant of Africa in Nigeria. Not talking about petroleum. Petroleum hasn't done us any good. It hasn't actually, it makes us to be lazy. It makes us not to, every month we go to Abuja and receive paycheck. It's not helpful. Other governments are not thinking, well, how can they be beneficial, what they will do to alleviate poverty. But every month, every 30 days, you go to Abuja and share, whatever that comes from resources, you're getting from petroleum. It's not helpful. So guys, I thought to let you know that, subscribe to this channel. If you are new to this channel, please subscribe by hitting the red button. Thank you very much and God bless. Bye bye.